Yeah, welcome back to the firehouse, see? For some more firehouse reasoning. Currently here now, well, not here in England, but concerning world politics is the American general election. So we've been observing Mr. Obama and Mr. Romney, the two clowns that have been put in front of you now, you know. And lots of people are there having what they call presidential debate. And it's making great news around the planet as to who is going to decide the fates of other human beings, or which one of them, whether it's Obama. I suppose he's got enough blood on his hands, so maybe Mr. Romney is hungry for some of this blood. Because according to him, if he's in charge, well, he's going to be more firmer with Russia, and he's going to be more firmer with Iran. And Mr. Obama, on the other hand, is promising that under no circumstances will he allow Iran to have the atomic bomb. It still baffles me as to how the Iranians come to be the most dangerous people on the planet without causing any war to anyone else. You know what I mean? Because all these people that are saying that they are dangerous are warmongers who's always warring with other people. Israel is always bombing the Palestinian. You know, well, I don't, in my opinion, there's no such place as Israel, but those Europeans who go over there are always bombing those people over there. The British here is always quick to bomb other people. And the American and the French and the rest of European partners and Australia are quick to bomb people. But you name me where the Iranians have been the aggressors. Must have been centuries ago. Persian Empire time. Long time, you know. But these people has never attacked anyone. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the North Koreans are supposed to be more lunatical than the Iranians, and they haven't dropped their bomb. So what make you, who is convincing the rest of us human beings that if somehow tomorrow the Iranians get the bomb, that will be the end for us? How come it's not the end for us when you lot have it? No. The Iranians are not the danger in the world. They don't control the world. As far as I know, the Iranians don't even have an aircraft carrier. And at the moment, like you say, at least if anything, they are struggling to make one atomic bomb. That's what, if anything, they are struggling to do. What are they going to do with this one or two atomic bomb that they are going to make, if they did make it anyway? When you are, you've developed, say America developed atomic bomb from in the 40s. So I don't know how many year advantage you've got over the Iranian where dangerous weapon is concerned. Years, generation and generation, way in advance of them. You know, you got neutron bomb, all kind of bomb, buster, bunker bomb. You've got everything. What make you think then? The Iranian, like I say, they must be real lunatic, or they must be in a hurry to kill off the rest. I don't know how many million people live in Iran. If it's 80 million or whatever, 100 million. So, are you trying to tell me now that the Iranian leaders, are in a hurry to make sure that all their people get killed by either attacking Israel or America, which they haven't got any weapons to reach America anyway? But why would they do that? Of course, the Iranians are not going to do anything like that, because they are not mad. They are sane people. People with a longer tradition than you Americans. you know, who have gone over to America, like I say previously, and decimate the Indian population and take over the place. If anything, you are the warmonger. You are the one with the warring attitude in you. And coming back to you going to America and taking over America. Currently here in the news this week, we have the let me have a drink, man. The Roman Catholic Church doing what they say, canonizing 7 new saints. And according to them, for the first time there was a Native American being canonized or being made into a saint. Now when I hear that, I'm saying to myself, then from all the time that creation has been running, this is the first time now that God realized that a Native American could be a saint. Well, I don't think where saints are concerned, I don't think this has got nothing to do with God really. This is an activity that is carried out mainly by men. Because if it was carried out by God, surely it, well, I did hear that long time ago in creation there was some black pope or whatever. But surely by now you would have had black pope, Chinese pope, Japanese, everything. But it just always seems to be European men who are popes. So that shows you that God is biased that way. Well, I wouldn't follow a God like that anyway. That kind of a God is a God that just makes certain individual from a certain group saint. Can't be a fear God, because that is a God that is taking sides. And you cannot deal with a God that takes side. You see what I mean? So we're living in a world that is utterly and totally confused, and where everything is that is presented to you, like I'm telling you, whether it's from a political point of view, a religious point of view, it's all corrupted and deceptive. Nothing is straightforward and honest here. You know what I mean? And those who you think, like I tell you, are leading you to safety or a better life or a better way or to heaven, are not leading you to this better life or this better way, but are leading your soul into more and more darkness. Because you cannot go on relying on others to lead you. You don't understand. Instead of you finding your way or thinking, using the mind that God give you, all human beings whose mind is working, instead of you doing that, you are relying on Jesus to come back and save you, or waiting for some great hero to save you. Ain't no great hero in coming to save no one. You are your own hero. You are the one who is supposed to save you. I cannot carry your cross for you. You know what I mean? I can only carry my own cross, feel my own pain and my own agony, and go through my own sufferation myself and deal with it myself. Jesus cannot come and do it, and no other being who has ever come out a woman could have done it. You see what I mean? So you have to face responsibility in this world. If you don't face responsibility, that means you are handing responsibility over to others. And if you do that, only because no honest people would accept responsibilities for another guidance. You know what I mean? But those who are out to trick them and deceive them, they probably will. So if you hand over your what I would call salvation to these people. Well, obviously, you're just going to, like I say, end up in like a herd. And then you will be like a uniform, I say. Or like when you go into the army and you're marching in a column. You say left, right, and you all do the same thing. You say halt, you all halt. Say yes sir, you all shout yes sir. Because you are now within a group or a regiment. And when your mind is regimented like that, you cannot understand what is right and correct. You understand? For the mind to see things, then, as I say, you have to get out of the game. You know, like if you was playing any game, let's say you was playing a game of football. Once you are involved in the game, you don't see the whole of the game, if you know what I mean. The spectator have a better view. They have a more overall view of the game. So you need to get out of the game so that you can overs the game. You understand? So it's the same thing. You need to get out, like I would say, of your mind or out of the herd then. Don't say out of your mind. You understand that concept. But get out of the herd. You know, like when you are in your, say you're in your religion. You have a group of you together. Withdraw from the group and study the group. And have a look. You'll be able to see all around more clearly. And then you will see the move that you are supposed to make or the move that they are making that are not right. But once you are involved in the game yourself, you won't be able to see this. You see, you're too busy playing the game. You need to stop playing the game sometime and observe the game. And then you'll be able to have a better overall picture of the game. But once you are involved in the game, you won't be able to see in it. So if life was a game, once you are involved in cheating and lying and jealousy and playing that game, then you won't be able to see. You have to withdraw. You understand? So you can see what's going on. And that's why I tell you sometimes as a fire lion, even though most beings will not grasp this conception, that I am not in the mind, I am outside of it so that I can see how it operates and works. You see what I mean? Because when you're involved in it, it's very difficult to grasp it, how it operates. You see, so you need to get out of the game. So there is ways of getting out of the mind so that you can see how the mind operates. You understand? It's like leaving the moon and going to the sun. And from there you have a better understanding of how things work. So that's what you need to do. Instead of, like I say, listening to your idiotic politicians. Surely by now you must figure out that these only come around every 4 or 5 years when election is due. Talk a lot of things, make a lot of promises that they're not going to fulfill anyway. And then 4 years later, when they haven't done it, you start crying again, innit? And there's another man there promising to do better. Well, obviously he ain't going to do no better. And 4 more years time again, you'll be there again. Yeah, to elect another fool who give you another promise. So you are just on a wheel, you're just on a continuous wheel, and you are not able to penetrate the deception that is being played out right in front of you. So it's like the evil man can play his game right in front of you and smile in your face. And when he's just a devil dressed up in his suit, and he's got some nice teeth, of course, nice smile, nice suit, nice big grin. But what I'm saying, if you could see the souls of these individuals, then you would see that these are corrupted and vile soul. Coming back again, like I say, I must take another piece of this, man. Back again, because this is currently, it's not dying down in the news here in England. Back again on the Jimmy Savile scenario, where, like I tell you before, you present yourself all nice and like good, but behind the scene, that's what I say. I don't want you now to think that this is only Jimmy Savile. This is an aspect of a whole culture. You don't understand? Where I would say about 90, well, the other day I said maybe it's because a lot of people are coming to awareness. Maybe 1 more percent of people is becoming aware, but 98% of the people are like Jimmy Savile in various forms. You know what I mean? That means they are pretending to be who they're not. They are just egos. They're not really themselves. And the things they do, they wouldn't be doing them if they was themselves. So don't bother think to yourself that, oh, this is only Jimmy Savile. You might be Jimmy Savile, but just in a different way. You know them split personality, where you show one face to the public, and behind the scene, in your heart is another. Like I say, a little dirty-minded devil. So, you know, this Jimmy Savile scenario is all part of the revelation. You see what I mean? That even when you're dead now, things are being revealed. And anyone who is willing to open their minds, or if you want your eyes, your inner eye, or open your ears in this time to understanding, is able to see the wickedness right in front of you, because it's not hiding anymore. You know, they are not hiding what they are doing. They are having big meetings and telling you that, oh yeah, we should arm the rebels in Syria. And they know that when they arm them, lots of innocent people are going to get killed. But they ain't bothered about who is going to get killed. Because who is getting killed there has got nothing to do with them. Who is pushing for more blood. Their children or grandchildren is not under the bombs that are falling or the bullets that are flying, is it? So why would they care? You think they are concerned about the Syrian people that much? Well, if you're concerned about the Syrian people all of a sudden that much, then how come you don't show so much concern? Because all around Africa there's millions of young babies who are starving, and you got millions of pounds. All the amount of money that you give to the rebels to kill people in Syria, you could have quite easily spent that and saving lives, or even helping the poor in your own country. You know, America full of poor people in it, all over the place, or all over. You don't help these people, but now you are willing, like I say, to what you call get rid of Assad because he's the most evilest tyrant. How can he be the most evilest tyrant on the planet, or even one of them, when he hasn't got his hand on no trigger? He hasn't got any aircraft carrier. You know? He hasn't got any super submarine under the ocean ready to fire any nuclear weapon. Far from it. He's just, if he was in the ocean, man, he wouldn't even be a little sprat. You know? He's no, so how come they trying to say that he's like a shark? Or a member of the shark family? He's not a member of the shark family. Far from it, you know what I mean? These are the very people that are saying that, yes man, they should get rid of him. These are the very people, like I say, who you fail to see behind. You must make the smile of Mr. Romney and Mr. Obama. These people are no one really. They are the front men of those who are backing them, you know, big money. Politics ain't about a fair vote and, you know, all this and you get justice and no, it's about big money, men. Poor people haven't got no money to back a candidate. So no candidate is going to go in power and carry out the wishes of poor people. They are going in power to carry out the wishes of those who back them with money and put them where they are, to do a little work. Because these men sell the soul. You can understand. These men are going to get punished for selling your soul, to work for other super rich human being and control other human being, so that you can have a better life. And you make all kind of inhuman laws against the law of God, like I'm telling you. Because you must think your law is not law. The law that you have here is to rule and abuse. Like I tell you, the law that you have here is like a shadow. A shadow is not the real thing, it's an imitation of the real. So your law to the real law is a shadow law. A law where a law made for the satisfaction of your greed and your selfishness and for your own pleasure. And when you're talking about international law, the only international law is the one that you don't understand throughout the universe. But you cannot call this little corrupted law that men set up here against the law of God international law. It's more like international fraud. And that's exactly how this international law behave. I've never heard the international law. You might look how long international law has been running. Has it ever been used to prosecute anybody from America? These people, they have wars and more people than anyone. Surely one of them must have been wrong. Is it that genocide when they drop 2 atomic bombs on one country? Just to test out things. And go to Vietnam, you kill lots of people, you murder, and now you're killing people. America is killing people by drones every day. I even hear Brittany say they are ordering 5 drones so they can join the killing. I don't know where they're sending it in Afghanistan. And no international law, no human right court of justice has asked for any American person to be prosecuted. Whether they see it on WikiLeaks pilot flying around murdering. So how can there be any international law? How can there be any justice in the world when you have 5 people sitting on the, what they call it, the Security Council? So only 5 countries have the right to decide what's going on the planet. What about the rest of human beings? And who set up this Security Council? It was you, Mr. Devilman here, Mr. Europe, America. You are the one who set up everything. Make all the rules to it. So how can that be just? Can't you see such a system is evil and corrupted and is against the will of God? But no, you have lots of people, like I say, the way people follow politics is just like the way I tell you they follow religion, man. Just go on the God channel. All the preachers are talking bullshit. None of them is honest and genuine. But their audience is massive. Yeah, it's as if people love listening to fools. Same thing with religion. Not religion, politics. Politicians are liars. They tell it all the time. Every 4 years, they just come and grin teeth and talk bullshit that they're not going to do. But the people love them. When Obama get elected first time, I see people crying. Right? No, I don't know they're crying to get him out. No, cry for Romney now. Then the next fool that come along. You know how long this game has been going? Like in America, all they do is the same 2 party. All they do, they know that you're going to cry, and you know, and then they just give you another one and you cry. Same thing, and nothing improve. Can't you see that things are getting worse? And the worse it get, the more politicians come and promise you that they're going to fix it, and then they can't fix it. So they might try and give you a little war to distract you, you know what I mean? But the wars that they have to give you now, it look like they have to give you bigger and bigger war. Because these small wars are not distracting from what is going on in their countries enough. Pressure is on. And yet the people still fall, like I say. When are you people are going to realize to yourself that politicians, all of them, are full of shit? These are millionaire rich people. How can any poor man think to himself that a man who has never felt poorness, or his family, who's come from, is going to understand his problem or have a desire to cure poverty? No, my friend, he's never going to do that. His desire is to keep you in poverty so him and his descendant can stay in the richness that they was born into. He doesn't understand. Politics wasn't set up by poor people. It was by rich people to control poor people. They say control you, keep you in slavery. You talk about slavery and you run about on the earth and driving flash car and thing, and you think that you're free. Well, you're not free. You're just a slave running up on the planet. Because your mind has been captured, you've been programmed. You know, like how you would program a computer program. Most human beings are programmed. You are in control of yourself. Your ambitions that you have and all that is just working off a program. The only human beings on the planet who are not programmed are those who are not playing the game then. You know? Who have withdrawn from the game. It's not that you couldn't have been playing the game, we was all playing the game. But what I'm saying, we'll never figure this game out until when we withdraw, take a rest from the game and observe the game as a spectator from outside. Then you will find out that you've been playing the wrong game. You see what I mean? You've been tricked or you've been making the wrong move. Well, you still have to play the game like I say, but now you learn how to make the right move within the game so that you can score the goal. You know? But first, self-discipline. If you don't self-discipline, you won't get out of the game, will you? Because you'll still be doing the same thing. Self-discipline is what's going to get you outside of the game. Because once you start to self-discipline, you're not playing that type of you start to play a different game. So those who are not willing to play this different game will always be baffled. Or if not baffled, have no concern about what is going on in life. And these are the ones now who will faithfully believe in the politician or the religious people. So if you believe in the politician, of course you're going to feel let down all the time. Because politicians are never going to do what they tell you that they are going to do. Never. Well, you know, once in a they'll build something, you know. Yeah, but that is not their overall strategy. Is not to better poor people. If you take an example as say South Africa, since the ANC has come into power, I don't think it has benefited the blacks in South Africa to any amount of degree, because they still have to live in their same poor neighborhood. Ain't affect their wages anyway. Okay, one and two of them, you know, those with money pay them off just to keep them quiet. But they are not, you wouldn't say, I wouldn't even say Africans are in charge of South Africa. Africans are not in charge of South Africa. Europeans are in charge of South Africa. Whether they was born in South Africa or live outside, doesn't matter. But the power base are what control these places is still European. And these people then are the powers. You have to call these forces devilish forces because they're no good. So I wouldn't bother mince word in this fire time, you know. So you know that those who are, just like when Mr. Bush was ready to launch his war, he says you are either with us or against us. So he say me like I say as a fire lion, you are either with the truth or against the truth. Because that, if you cannot see that America is the devil, and when I say America, I don't mean every single American, I mean those who are running the apparatus, you know, in high government, their military and all that, their CIA and all these business are evil and are the head devils, satanic force. Ain't nothing good. I don't know how anybody can look up to America as anything great or good. Because like I tell you, it's a country, well, I wouldn't call it a country, but it's it is a country. It's always been there. But it's a country that was built on blood, where the European went there, and you must think that memory is going to forget what you do in it. The history of things, how you set up. It doesn't matter whether you want to deny. You've built on blood, and you've never stopped spilling blood on this planet. America is bloodthirsty. Any fool will be able to see. These people are sick with blood. They take special pleasure in killing. Other human beings are developing means and methods of killing them or destroying them. You know, there's some kind of natural evil is at work, I say, within these type of beings. But when you get that evil anyway, we say there's a lack of intelligence. Because you probably think now, like I say, well, if you, like I tell you before, I don't know how. Any of you, like I say, I feel sorry for you, devil. All you fat Americans who are causing the miseries on other people. Are you same powerful one here in England, like I say? You better, right, get your scientists to make you live as long as you can here. That's what I say. Because the longer you stay here, yeah, it's like well, it saves you going into your torment, you know what I mean? You don't want to start your torment too early, do you? So you might as well enjoy. Eat your belly full, like I say, and drink, and do all you can. Because when it's settled, it's going to be bitter for you. Because like the fire is telling you, there ain't no secret in this fire. And even though, like I say, you are controlling and see all the evil that you're doing around the world, whoever you are wicked, whether you want to be British and that. All I'm saying that all of you, because it doesn't matter who you are or where you are as a wicked or as a human being, like I tell you. Whether you are in the east, west, north, south, or you're traveling all about. You're going in one direction, all human being. Death doors. You see me? That's where you are heading. Ask all those who was on the planet before. Read all the history book about them, man. Egyptian, Roman, all kind of Genghis Khan I hear about, and Confucius, and this young dynasty, that dynasty. All kind of thing going on. And where are they now? Them all dead, wipe off. And the same thing is happening to you. Who is giving orders to kill from behind the scene now, using and manipulating others to do vile and evil thing to your brother, you know. Because all the people that is dying in these places are your brother. Everywhere that America visit, I want a man to tell me honestly, which country has America intervening and improve it? As you say you intervene in Libya, I suppose it's all glorious in Libya down there now. 5-star hotel and everyone is running, eating McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken. You fix up Libya nice, yeah? I see there you gone in Iraq. I suppose after you leave there, even when the Iraqi people breathe the air that you leave down there, they'll be breathing in nice, fresh air with all your depleting uranium bomb and things that you drop down there, and maybe children are still picking up your cluster bombs, thinking it's Father Christmas coming through. Yeah? And then you gone up there to Afghanistan. Oh yes, you improve Afghanistan. Yeah, man. And you improve Vietnam after you leave down there as well, man. The Vietnamese never had such a good time until they encounter you. It says the Americans are so generous, man. They bombed us with chewing gums and Kentucky Fried Chicken and McDonald's, man. We had a nice time after this. So you tell me, which country these murderers has visited and improved? No, destroyers do not visit countries and improve them. You know what I mean? Visit countries and destroy them and cause all manner of But you remember what I tell you about karma long ago? What goes around come around. And believe me, wicked man, you have to face the judgment, you know. It's a fact. Well, it's not a fact to you, wicked, because you don't know this. But like I'm telling you, when I tell you, you will know though, because it doesn't matter who you spy are, yeah? My master spy is more superior to your spy. I have spy everywhere then, if I speak on behalf of the master. I have spy everywhere, yeah? My spy is memory. Now, try and you know, like how you like security, like I say. When wicked man are meeting anywhere, you have all kind of security. Instead of meeting in Yale, Skull and Bone, no one can ever see through the window, you know. You have all underground bunker there. Well, try keep memory out of that when you meet him secretly. I am telling you that memory is God's spy, super duper spy. And when you are having any meeting or any gathering, anywhere you are, so is that spy. Recording, you know, like a secretary taking notes, or what them call it, minutes. You head man of the meeting. Any meeting that you have, take notes of that. Any order that you give, take note of that. So I want to know then from you who are up in the evil, in the powerful family, like I say, or in the powerful occult, or in the satanic order, whatever, who care what you want to be, man, and you up there. How are you going to escape the evidence of your deeds? When the spy, like I'm telling you, is there recording your deeds. So, what I'm telling you, you must face the judgment for your action. You think this life is a joke, I like I say. You think God is some form of a joke business, brethren. And like I keep repeating, you don't like the word God then. You think conscience is some kind of a joke. Eh? You think it's a joke why conscience is in everyone then? I like I say, because you're so busy doing evil, right? You wasn't looking what was behind you. You know, this is all in the head, you know. Yes, indeed. You're so busy looking outside, you wasn't looking, you never noticed that there was someone watching you from behind, inside. Seeing all your little dirty deeds, and you think you was going to get away with it. You think you can give orders and eliminate your enemies as you see it. That's how these men come to earth, you know, killing the brothers, claiming that they are eliminating their enemies. You are eliminating your brothers. You know? But you don't, you cannot comprehend this because you are following. And you, as long as you are following other human beings, it's as if the crowd go this way, you go that way. You cannot think for yourself. And don't forget, just because you're thinking for yourself, that doesn't mean that you are selfish. Because you cannot, when you think for yourself, you're thinking for the whole. The betterness for the whole. But you cannot think for the whole if you are with the whole. You have to withdraw from the whole to see what is best for the whole. So we must use our mind as individual. If God wanted us to think as a group, we would have had a group mind. So and the only way we could have come to anything that is right and correct if we meet together in a group. But we don't need to meet together in a group to know what is right and correct. You know what I mean? One man on his own can figure that out. Don't need a group thing. But so that, like I'm telling you, when you are in groups, your thinking capacity is restricted because you put in a box. The group will not allow you to go beyond the boundary that was set by the master. And the master is usually somebody who come long ago in it. Maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or some 3,000 here. Some long time ago anyway. Some man there that says, some master come, yeah? And he set the boundary. And now we're all following this boundary. And you cannot now come in this boundary and think beyond that boundary. Because they would say that master long ago never think like that. You see what I mean? So when you join these things, you are joining you are actually putting yourself in a box or under lock and key then. Because you will no longer be able to operate your free will. You will have to compromise that to satisfy the group. Because the group is already satisfied that their master, I say their superstar, long ago already sing the song. Ain't no way now you can come and sing a better song. Or sing any song that can compare to the song that their master sing long ago. Be the master like I say Muhammad, Jesus, the Buddha, whoever. Yeah. But that kind of thinking is not right for the human mind. That is like that is herd thinking, I say, cackle thinking. Where you have to, you're an individual and you are supposed to take responsibility for your individuality and have trust in the ability that God give you to think. But no, you are always thinking that some other man who's come out of their mother just like you, put there by their father just like you, is better than you. How did he come to be better than you? So that you have to worship at his feet, kissing his hands and bowing at his knee. How did your brother, right, get to be in such a position? That I've seen men kissing their brother's hand. And I don't mean like saying in a greeting, you greet each other, in a religious way. And bowing to them and, calling them Holy Father and all these kind of things. How did this come to be? I thought it was God who was the Father. And yet you have Holy Father here on earth. Making saints and agreeing to the makings of saints. No. These men are not no Holy Father. These are holy devil men. Satanic forces. And these men who set themselves up, like I say, in religion, look at them like that. In any way, any form and shape, and is performing any ritual, these men do not know God. Godly men do not perform ritual. The only ritual a godly man perform is the one of speaking the truth clearly and honestly. That is the ritual that you should be performing. The ritual of honesty and truthfulness. To be speaking a truth that is not only for yourself, But for every other human being that move it up on the planet, anywhere, one truth. You know what I mean? One love, like we say in Rastafari. That's what you should be doing. That's the way we should all be doing, you know what I mean? That's how we should be living as human beings. Not in our separate boxes, because that only causes division amongst human beings. It is unintelligent of us to see ourselves, like I say, as black and white, or in different tribal groups, because these things only breed separation. And the thing about it, you could still see yourself like that, but know yourself as one. But I think that is a bit too complicated for you minds right now. So it's better for you not to see yourself as different races, but as one human being first. You know, just human being. And the planet. And this planet here as well, it must not be divided up, because it is a oneness in itself. Man is the one that is coming here and divided things. But things was never created in division, was it? It is one. You are the one who is dividing things and You wasn't created in division. You was created as one. You are the one who separate yourself up into different groups. It was not God who did this, was it? Like I say, coming back as a man who burned the herb. How crazy can you get when you have human beings who claim that they are intelligent? Yeah? Come on this earth and see God's creation, which is the herb, the hemp, and you ban it. You know, ban it, make it illegal, and we'll put a man in prison if you catch him with it. And you now go and make alcohol, which is a more damaging thing to the mind and physical body of a human being, and cause more people to kill each other when they're in that state. You go and make that legal, and people accept that. You're sick. See what I mean? Which little scientist, like I say, any little full of shit man come out to your mother, come here, right? And come and put a ban on what you see in nature. And make laws telling the next man that he cannot use it. Fair enough, you don't want to use it. Don't use it. But why are you making laws that a next man shouldn't use it? And if he does, you should send him to prison. What kind of ridiculous? And then you make laws that man can go and smoke as much cigarette and get cancer, and then drink as much alcohol and get alcoholic poisoning and liver damage and everything. And you think that is okay? Can't you see that you are a sick person? You must be a sick human being to agree to something like that, because you know what I mean? There's no way any rational human being could ever agree to say, oh yeah, we'll ban that plant, yeah, but we'll make this drink. And we know this drink is more dangerous to us, and yet make what is more dangerous to us legal, and go and make what God created illegal. So you are better than God then. You know better than God. God know what he was doing when he put the plant in nature, and for what purpose. And know that, yeah, we'll come along and take a burn or a drink or a eat of it, or use it to make our books or our rope or whatever. And you come along and make it illegal. No wonder your society is like the way that it is. Like I say, because this society, only a fool will not realize in this time that this society, whether it's in the west or the east or the north or the south, is an evil thing right across the planet. And you are ruled over by devilish and idiotic beings. Beings who have, like I say, are nowhere near intelligence. You know? Cause you cannot be intelligent when your whole drive is towards greed and selfishness and blood and murder. And when you can kill and murder with impunity and seeing others die, maybe while they're dying you are playing golf and your kids are skiing somewhere, you know. Because if this was happening to you and yours, you wouldn't be that contented, would you? But the more these war go on, like I said, the more these wicked and evil, the more money they make. Because they are the one making all of the guns, all of the ammunition, all of the planes, you know what I mean? So anywhere conflict is, they see it as an opportunity to line their pocket with money. And the human beings will not even see the evil of money. If it wasn't for money, you wouldn't have rich people like this. They couldn't have done it. So because they are the one who create money, they can always have a lack of money. And when there's a lack of money, they don't lack money because they create money. They have it. They always have it. But we shouldn't have any money. Money is not necessarily wicked and evil, man. If money was necessary, you see, when you come in creation, you'd have seen it growing on trees. God would have created money tree. But God never wanted any money in creation. Everything that you introduce in creation is a destruction within creation. It doesn't, like, we could add to creation and brighten up creation, but you can't because your heart is not clean enough. So anything that you introduce is a pollution in creation. You just pollute up the outside with your vile whatever they're creating, and you pollute up the mind with your nasty ways and your ideas and everything, and pollute up most people's mind, body and soul. And all this is happening when one go away from the laws of the one. Or the laws of God. You don't like God, But like we say, yeah, when you go away from the laws of Rastafari, when you go away from the laws of conscience, I say, is the most natural one to teach under, rather than teach under saying God. No, it's better if we teach under conscience. That's what I say personally as a fire lion. Because I know for myself that even the idiot know about conscience and has felt the vibe of conscience. But if you say God to them, they can say, oh, we don't know about God, man. God doing this. But all you devils know about conscience. Well, conscience is God in it. It is the God within thyself. When we're talking about you should know yourself. We're not saying you should know your personal self, You should know conscience. Conscience is the self. That is the self that is in all. When you say know thyself, know the one within. Well, this is the one. The one is in everyone in it. The one is not personal to no one. I don't own the one, And I am not the one either. Like I tell you, the one is here, there, and everywhere. I'm just here, sitting on my settee as a one man. You see what I mean? When I feel like going to my toilet, I go and my toilet, I go that. The one don't go to toilet, I do them things, One is mysterious, but the one is dwelling within thee still. Or like I say on the previous reason, maybe you think you're too small for such a powerful force to be within thee, innit? But no, man, the one is even in the dwarf, man. No, man, the one good feel in the cat. Everywhere. Energy of the one is everywhere present. But you are not going to know this living under this, like I say, evil regime that is running the planet, in it, and has been running the planet from I don't know when. Evil has been running. Those who are greedy and selfish and wicked, and those whose heart are full of murder and conquering and that. Those are the ones that this been running the world. Those who want to rule, control, dominate. Not those who want to love, care and share. Would you not agree? Would you agree that the people who are running the world are bloodthirsty, wicked, evil, selfish? Would you say they was loving, kind, peaceful, honest people? You can't say that. You must see it plainly. That's what they are. They do not mingle with poor people. They are separate type of people. They don't want to be one. And that's why they built a separate world, rich and poor. They come in your neighborhood and a bodyguard if they ever do pass through. And then if they do, I see when these rich people come to a poor neighborhood, they run there. Poor people have to find, the local attire to find and clean up the area for you to visit. Imagine. Why are you so important that they have to paint roads and put up things for you to go and visit poor people? They won't even allow you to see it as it is. You're that important. Yeah. But like I tell you before, that's only you're important here. For some reason, all of you, like I say, who are in crowds and groups, and you really just are your political organization. You puffed up now, or you puff up your chest now. Yeah, because you all together and you feel safety in numbers, innit? And you enjoy ruling over and all the material things that you got and all this. Yeah, you're quite happy with that now. But don't forget that life is eternal, like the fire has been telling you all the time. Yeah, man, life is eternal. Yeah? So, if you think that you're going to, when you're dead and that's it, you're going to enjoy a nice life. No, my friend. You have to reap what you sow, each of us. Whatever we sow in this life. And there is no, like I tell you, there's no mercy in the truth. You sow it, you reap it. Say no sorry at the end, say you sow it, you know what I mean? Because when you were sowing it, surely you remember the pleasure you get out of doing it. You must remember the pleasure you get out of stealing or cheating or lying or deceiving others. Or you must remember the benefit that you get and the enjoyment that you get out of such activities. Well, when you are reaping the benefit of these activities, how do you expect any sorry to come into that? No, sorry. If you want any sorry to come in, if you want to change, if a human want to change in them life, no matter what they do it now while you're living. So if you kill a man before and you want forgiveness, or you been thieving all your life and you want forgiveness, stop stealing. You're a killer and you want forgiveness, stop killing. Realize that killing it, don't only stop killing, you know, you must come to the realization that what you're doing has been wrong and stop it. So don't bother stop killing and go to stealing, because then you will just be putting yourself in another punishment, innit? If you want forgiveness, just stop doing wrong and do what you know is right. And even if you had killed 5,000 men before, all that Jah would have forget about that, because you know, anytime you wake up. So all of you wicked, I know you've done a lot of wicked, but you love wicked so much you won't even try and stop in it, even when you hear the truth. But doesn't matter how wicked you are, this is your chance to cease from doing wickedness, so that you can help in the fight against wickedness and advise your friends and family not to get involved in wickedness. Because the more of us who is awake, the more effective we'll be fighting against wickedness. You know what I mean? And no one fight harder, I say, than a man who has done a lot of wickedness, then realize his wickedness and change his way. We need more soldiers like that. So I'm appealing to some of, a man who is real wicked. If you hear this, man, change your ways, man, and come and help I fight the good fight of educating others about the ways of the terrible and dreadful God that dwell within Rastafari himself, the High General, I say. You know what I mean? This one, like I tell you, it's irrelevant whether you want to the Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist. That name is irrelevant because the one is in everyone. So I'm not bothered which group you want to come from or who you want to say you are. You know what I mean? When we're firing from firehouse, we are firing to the soul. And all human is a soul, so it doesn't matter who you want to, who they brainwash you into think that you are. Anyway, I and I have been firing a long time now, you know. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to fade out from firehouse, meet you on another reel. Fade in and fire out.